Hello and welcome. My name is Ajaxpost and you join me here once again in Computer Tycoon. Now I have the game on pause at the moment because we're about to discover a new technology and I thought I'd just mention that before we move on with the game. And as you can see, we are currently in the middle. We're June 1987. There are still a few countries that we can't get into because they are still behind the communist Iron Curtain, if you will. Even those here in Africa and the Caribbean. Is Cuba in the Caribbean? I assumed that's... Oh, I don't know. Let's pretend it is, shall we? For my ignorance of some geographies. And we see, rather disappointingly, there are a couple of countries, particularly the United States of America and South Africa, which are not computers by Ajax Purple. And that is purely because I simply do not have enough factory capacity to supply all the people who want my fabulous computers. As we can see here at the top here, my demand is 110 million. My supply is just under 101 million. So we're about 10 million short. So I think one of the things we're going to have to do today is ramp up our factory capacity so we can beat off this competition. I think this is probably the only reason these guys are still in business, because every now and then there's a little gap where I can't quite supply that whole market. And talking of markets, before we move on, a quick check here. That's it, the markets list. I'm looking for all those countries where I don't have a market yet, where I don't have a license to sell my computers. All those countries that are open, not the closed communist ones, but all those I can sell into. And as you can see, there are none. I have access to every single market in the world, which is as it should be, of course. Yeah, so I've obviously got a very efficient logistics operation. Anyway, we need to discover the MCA bus, so we'll get the game running just a little bit. It'll only take a day or so.
You have researched a new technology.
Thank you. We have researched the MCA bus. So let's have a look at our research here. I did have it on screen a moment ago. Oh, there it is, the MCA bus. There it is. Yeah, it gives me... It's micro-channel architecture. Yay! After that, we come to the ISA bus. Okay, do it. Well, it says PCI there. But I'm sure that makes sense to people who understand computer hardware. Okay. Yeah, okay, it says ISA, but I'm not seeing it. That could just be me not seeing things. Okay, that gives me a wonderful 400 feature points, 200 quality points, and I can upgrade my motherboards and my video card. We have, in the meantime, since the last computer we built, and I think we did this in the last episode, to be fair, just to remind you, we have discovered 600 nanomicron manufacturing, which means we can make our computers cheaper. Not that we need to, because we're selling out of them already. Ooh, demand has dropped. Yikes. We'll deal with that in a second. We have also discovered the plasma display, which is around here somewhere. There it is, plasma display. We need this to get into handhelds, but as we saw in the last episode, there's a dozen other brown technologies which we do require. TFT, multimedia, lithium batteries. We need those as well. SD cards. We need all those for handheld machines before we can start building handhelds. So that's a little way off. And we have also discovered ball bearings. Would you believe it? Yes, ball bearings, which give us 20 quality and take away heat and noise. We may use those in a couple of our technologies, although it does suggest you can use ball bearings in CPUs and memory chips. Strikes me as slightly odd, but then, as I said, I'm not a hardware guy. I know very little about hardware. I can plug things together and perhaps even screw in the odd screw, but beyond that, it's all a mystery to me. Anyway, in terms of research, the 486 suddenly became more affordable, so I guess someone else has already researched it, rather annoyingly. The Peltier cooler, we don't really need that. Fluid bearings, do we need that? I don't know. The Blitter Mega Chip. Now, the Blitter Mega Chip, I think, is that that's something to do with graphics, if I remember correctly. There it is, the Blitter Mega Chip. Dedicated Blitter unit, whatever a Blitter unit is. If you know what a Blitter unit is, then please do let me know. Just drop a note into the comments box below. I'd love to know. It allows bitmap manipulation, lines and area fill functions. Sounds good to me. Yeah, absolutely. It means you can draw stuff, which is more than I can do. Anyway, onwards. So that's what we've got lined up to research next. The 486, a scanner. We might as well do we'll add the Blitter for the moment. Magneto-resisto heads. Oh, that's to do with discs, isn't it? I think we may look at that later if we get the time to do that. So I will. What we'll also do, actually, I have scheduled. Let's get our factories sorted. We did finish off. We did in the last episode. We didn't finish it off. We did start building a factory site in Yugoslavia, which is a poor country. That's currently at level 3. I'm upgrading that at the moment to level 4, and also upgrading my recreation zone to level 5, so I can actually take that to the largest level 5 size for Yugoslavia. That should give us a few more, but I think we do need another manufacturing site. But before we look at that, I am also planning to upgrade the research in Ireland to bring that up to possibly level 5. The trouble is, research gets very, very expensive once you get into the higher levels. So look at this. This is a filthy rich country. I've got a level 3 office, so that gives me that'll give me a 30% decrease in site costs. And because it's a filthy rich country, I already get a 30% discount as well. Even so, upgrading Ireland to a level 5 research site will cost me nearly 6 million a day, which is most of my profit. But with the extra factories I've got, hopefully I can meet demand, so we will be able to cover that cost. We'll see how that goes. So what I want to do, we'll start off with India. We'll actually buy the site there. That's only 30 million. I can afford that. I've got 9 billion in the bank, so we'll start that. We will build a factory site here. We'll start upgrading our recreation areas because we'll need those as we get bigger factories. And we'll add an extra office as well, just for the extra discount on that. That's cool. So we've got that. We'll get that running. But what I'm going to do in the meantime is I'm going to build a whole new set of hardware. So I need to build another motherboard, CPU, video card, power supply. I basically need to build all the hardware components again with all this latest technology which we just noticed into my new computer. So I will just run away and do that. Well, actually I'll be sat here, but I'll let you watch a very, very, very quick video effect, and in but a second or two I'll come back with a whole new set of hardware options. See you in a tick. And so here we are. I have created all the new hardware components I need using all that latest technology which we discovered, as discussed just a moment ago. And before we get into creating our brand new computers and getting the game running on and making even more money and being even more powerful, which obviously is the point of the game, a couple of things I just wanted to draw your attention to. One of it is to admit one of my own failings, and I don't know if this applies to any of you as well, is sometimes when you're playing a game, certainly if you've been playing it for a little while, like I have with Computer Tycoon for a good couple of years now, at least I think, since I first bought into the early access, is you get into a kind of rut where you play the game in a certain way and you know how certain things work and you always use those tools to get where you're going. And then every now and then you discover something, oh, that's interesting, I didn't know it could do that. And it's all those little sort of bits and pieces that the developers put into a game which add that extra little sort of character to it and that little bit of extra finesse that you can put into a game, certainly a strategy game like this, which you think, oh, perhaps I should have spotted that earlier, but you didn't. And one of those things I spotted was actually here, building these latest components, and it was to do with the motherboards. So I've created my 2 new motherboards, and because the way we've got an overdrive, overclock thingy, whatever it's called, we'll see that in a minute, which we can't use on the laptop motherboards, I've had to create once again separate motherboards for my laptops and my PCs. I'm changing my naming structure slightly, my naming system slightly is changed. I'm using a lowercase c there for the PCs, just to make it clear that that is for the PC models only. Or that includes the PC models. Right, so on the PC, when I was looking at this, this is my old motherboard. So it had an ISA bus, which is now obsolete, and we had researched the MCA bus, which is a new and more advanced technology. What I hadn't noticed was that when you create a new model, you can actually include some of the old technology alongside it. Like, duh! Yeah, like motherboards do. So this motherboard I've now got not only has the old ISA bus, it has the new MCA bus, and also, in fact, I brought back the very early S100 bus. So it's now got all these different interfaces, which adds to the feature set and the quality of the product. Obviously, it adds to the cost. So this particular model here, 18PC, is 200. I've kept it down a little bit under the old price because of the 600 nanomicron manufacturing technology. So that's kept the price down. And I think, no, actually, I think everything else is okay. It was just that kept the price down. Yeah, all the new ball bearings and the new technology did tend to put the price up on a lot of things. But that's what we've done. So yeah, I think that's a really cute little touch. One of those things I hadn't spotted before. Like, duh. So there you go. And the other thing on the hardware components here is, as you know, when you get into the PC era, you can actually sell these individual components separately. So you actually price them individually here, and you make various amounts of money from individual buyers in individual markets. So here's your profit margins for whatever wealth of that particular consumer against their average budget. And of course, they buy this stuff, and if they buy it, you need to manufacture it. And that obviously is where some of my manufacturing capacity was going, which is perhaps why I wasn't selling as many PCs or portables into some markets, like the USA and South Africa, as we saw earlier, because people were buying hardware components as well. So this is my previous motherboard, and how many people bought it? In total, for as long as it was in existence, nearly 3 million. And in the last day, 10,500 of these were bought. So yeah, that's where a good chunk of my manufacturing capacity was going. So what I've been doing previously, as you know, I've been keeping my older models available, but at a slightly reduced price. I may not need to do that anymore, or perhaps I shouldn't do that anymore, because people spend money buying my components rather than buying my actual computers. I'm not sure why that one's still there, so we'll archive that old one. Yeah, we don't need that. So yeah, that's again something else to bear in mind, that if you are running short of manufacturing capacity, it could be that people are buying your individual components, so check on that as well. And finally, one of the other things I discovered, and this was just after I finished the last episode, I was just looking around here, looking for markets to buy into, and I discovered, or actually clicked on this little icon here, the market information, which I've been ignoring for this entire series, and it told me something jolly interesting. So it gives you all the basic information about the market, how much sales you paid, how much sales tax rather you paid, the reseller cut, all this kind of stuff. So this is all good information for a strategically minded player. But the other thing it does tell you here is that if you actually keep a factory or a laboratory of certain levels, a level 3 factory or a level 4 laboratory, running throughout the entire year on this site in this country, then they will actually decrease the sales tax that we pay when we sell a computer in that country. Yeah, so again, the criteria here is it must be level 3 factory or level 4 lab, and it must also be running at least 60% of its budget. Yeah, even if the department has a higher level, it must be running at least 60% budget. And they will decrease the amount of sales tax we pay each year that we keep that running by 1%, up to 30 times, although they will never reduce the sales tax below 5%. So as you can see, my sales tax is currently just 5%. So yeah, I think it started at 18, but I've now reduced. Oh, hang on. Peru. Let's look at Peru. There are some things. Maths sometimes confuses me. It really shouldn't, because I'm a reasonably intelligent fellow. So the sales tax there is 18%, and I've got 3 logistics points in there. So that cuts my reseller. That reduces my reseller cut. So the logistics price sort of reduces the reseller costs. But if we look at this. So my current sales tax decrease, and if only I could remember, did it start at 23 and go down to 18? Or is it 18 and I'm now paying 13? Be nice if that was slightly clearer, to be honest. So maybe that's just a little bit of feedback to Andras, the developer of this fine game. Anyway, so let's actually get on and build a new computer. Oh, you may have noticed my demand has fallen away slightly. So I've actually had to reduce the capacity in some of my factories, but that's by the by. Right, so what have we got here? We have got currently just a laptop and a PC on the market. I've withdrawn from home computers for the moment. May go back into that because I have a suspicion that's where a lot of my competitors are earning money, is from their home computers. And if I want them to go bankrupt, I need to stifle their revenue streams and just put a stopper in that so they just cannot get money and go bankrupt. And I want another company if I can to go bankrupt during this episode. Anyway, our laptop, let's get a new one of those built, shall we? Again, I'm going to go with the strategy of just make it the best one I can, so using all my latest technology. So there we are, and we will call this, oh, it's 1987 already, so 87.1. There's no new accessories at this point. We will have the scanner at some point reasonably soon. We do have new memory. There it goes. We have a new CPU. There you are. Removable media. Yeah, that's improved. The graphics card, that has as well. Power supply. Yeah, that's got ball bearings now. So the quality has gone up, as you can see there, quite significantly. As has the price. But, you know, customers are willing to pay for quality. I hope. Oh, it's done this again. It's gone into our... I'm not quite sure why it does this. Goes into the archived view sometimes. So we'll put that new storage device in there. There's a new motherboard. Now, I haven't actually added the plasma display screen here because as it turned out that it is actually lower tech, it's older and less good technology than EGA, which I hadn't realised. I think it comes later in the research tree, or is needed for a slightly different display technology development in the future. But in terms of better quality, the EGA wins out, so I'm keeping the EGA display here. Operating system, there's been no improvement in that, so that's good. So that's our new PC. But before we go into testing that or whatever, let's go and click design there so I can see it. Why is that there? Don't know. Obviously I started something and didn't complete the job. Yeah, so our old laptop, how is that marketed to casuals? Okay, oh, we've learnt that radio is important. Okay, to them. Now, how many people bought it? Once again, casuals are the bulk of my market. Yeah, over the whole time it's been on sale, yeah, 50,000 more were sold to casuals than they were to fans. Interesting that fans make up such a large number, actually, in total. And in terms of wealth, oh, workers. Oh, sorry, poor. Poor. It's a separate table. Yeah, so poor were. But then again, I think the poorer countries are vastly larger than the rich countries. So yeah, in terms of sheer numbers, they will buy more, simply because there are more of them. So I'm marketing our new computer. We'll stick with casuals. That's doesn't appear to be so important. So we'll take that down. Capacity isn't as important, and performance, that is doubly not important. So we'll take that not important at all. Does it go to 3? I think, yeah, means, yeah. I think two minuses there means not important, so we won't look at performance. That's interesting, that actually. Right, so that looks good to me, and again we'll bump up radio to be very important for our laptop marketing here. So that's what we will set, and we will now test it, our new laptop.
Your new computer model went into the testing phase.
Thank you very much. And our PC. We need, I need in the right place there. We need to go into design. We need to copy this one, and we'll create this one. Our next PC in 87. Okay, again, no new accessories. We do have new memory board or new memory cards, funky new CPU, more removable media, GPU, yeah, new one of those. The power supply has been improved as well, as has the storage. The motherboard, this has got all the features and all the buses you could possibly want. So yeah, so the feature set has gone up slightly and the quality has jumped dramatically on our motherboard. Display, again, we're staying with the EGA, and that's good. Marketing, we've got double plus good on features, so we'll make that essential. Ease of use is still important for the PC buyers. Everything else, yeah, that looks good. Again, radio's got a plus, so we'll make that important. That looks good to me. We'll stick with big campaigns. I think we can afford those, and it seems to do the job for us. So we'll send that into testing as well.
Your new computer model went into the testing phase.
It's about time we actually got this game running. So there we go. I am losing. Demand is why have I? Oh, I've clicked the wealth. That's right. So, oh, we're losing money. We can't be doing that. So let's claw back some of our factory production. Take that out.
Your building upgrade has completed.
There we go. What have we just... Oh, the factory in Yugoslavia has upgraded.
Your building upgrade has completed.
As has the recreation centre in Yugoslavia here. So, yeah, we've got a level 5 recreation centre there now. And we can increase that factory. We're not using it at the moment, but we will do in due course, he said, hopefully. Now, I am losing money at the moment. Why am I losing money? Yeah, Will Bright, IBM, has released a new portable computer and a new home computer. Let's see how it stacks up against mine, shall we? So you're the green guy. We're just looking at portables, isn't it? So, performance, no. Capacity, no. Your quality is a little bit better than mine. And you're a little bit cheaper. Oh, interesting. Okay. Yeah, you're the guy with the 486. Yeah, this is why I think I really do need to ramp up my research. So I think we will, although it's going to be costly, we will ramp up our research in Ireland. Yeah, you've got the Peltier cooler as well, but I mean that's just technology. It doesn't help much, I think, in terms of dealing with any heat or noise issues for our computers. Design. Nope. Here we are. Pricing. But we are still the best in all these categories in the laptop area, apart from capacity. Now that's interesting. So who is the Brown company? That's Big. So if we look at, bring Big into the equation here as well. Oh yeah, he's introduced a new laptop as well. Yeah, he did that just before we put our new machines into the testing phase. Oh, he's got capacity coming out of his ears. That's huge. 85 megabytes. Everything else, yeah. But he's just so expensive. Yikes. How's he getting away with that? I don't know. Okay, do I need to...
Your building upgrade has completed.
That's the Indian Recreation Centre. Oh, that's my new factory site, isn't it? Let's just double check that. So where's India? Yugoslavia. India. Yes, sorry, India. That's what I was talking about. So we'll upgrade you, and we'll upgrade that factory, but we're not going to use it for the time being. We could increase the office as well. Always like to do that. Extra discount is always useful. I think, yeah, let's upgrade our research. That will give us another good chunk. Another 11, perhaps? Another good chunk of research points in Ireland. Although it will be very expensive. It's okay, we are back in the profit. Our Irish research lab is now open. And that's costing me nearly 6 million a day. Let's get another 10% discount on that by upgrading our office there to level 4, which only cost me 120,000 a day. Yeah, I think that'll work. I think that those numbers add up. Okay, right, so our new computer is polished, our new laptop. Let's have a look at you. Yes, I know we're losing money at the moment. Right, let's get this baby marketed then. Release, go. My betting is 21,000 sold in a day. And, oh, I haven't got the capacity. I normally remember to do this. Again, the big update we're expecting to the game in February next year. Obviously, next February. It can't be this February. Or this coming February. Will automate a lot of this factory production micromanagement. So it should take care of all that. Okay, for us. So I've done that. So we should now be able to meet all that demand. 121 million demand points wanted. And we're just about to finish researching the 486. Oh, yeah, we did get another 11 research points. So our old laptop, presumably, is not selling at all well. 170. Yeah, let's just archive it. We don't need to sell that. That's just a redundant machine now. That's better. Why are we losing money? Stop losing money.
You have researched a new technology.
Okay, we've got the 486 done. We are overproducing again. Is our PC ready yet? Yes, it is. So we can market you. That's excellent. So we'll market you. And we will take our old one off the market. And we're good. We are very good indeed. We are overproducing. Which means, I'm just wondering, because we do have people still selling home computers, which I'm not doing. So IBN, who we got? IBN, Biggs, you're still in the game, Dator, and Cheap and Great. Yeah, Massive Modules and Brutal Data went bankrupt previously. So yeah, they're selling a fair number of these, aren't they? So Biggs in particular. Yeah, sure, you can't see anything else about them apart from the... Yeah, look, he's very noisy. And his costs of production must be quite high. He's only got 1.5 micron. He's not even down to nanomicrons yet like I am, but he does have a 486 processor. So I'm thinking perhaps I've got capacity to spare at the moment. Can I get into the home computer market? Let's try that actually. So what we'll do, we'll build a... Oh, we can build a new CPU. Yeah, we can do that. We can take you. We will copy you. This is going to be our very first 486. Okay, we'll take you out and we'll put the 486 in. Okay, how's the performance? Oh, this is so much better already, even without cache or anything like that. Feature set is okay. Does cache improve that? Oh, cache's capacity and performance. This looks good. Let's add a little bit of cache. Oh, the cost of this is quite small compared to the old 386. Oh, that's good. So we can increase the cache on this, which improves performance and capacity. So if I put that right up, It's still cheaper than the old 386. I'm liking that a lot. Nothing else changes apart from performance and capacity. Okay, let's create you then. Okay, so from that, do we have a home computer? What was my... can we create one from scratch? Let's create a brand new home computer, shall we? There you go. And what accessories should we put on it? All of them? Yeah, let's try that. Okay, memory. We'll use the latest memory. Again, I'll go big bang on everything. Put the latest everything in it. That's what we'll do. There you go. Power supply, the latest. Storage, the latest. Motherboard. Oh, this is one. Yeah, this only has. Yeah, the MCA bus. Oh, and the ISA bus. I didn't put the S100 back on this one. So I thought an S100 bus on a laptop? Yeah, you wouldn't, would you? No. Though maybe a home user might like to have a S100. Being an enthusiast, perhaps. But they're not going to get it. No, we've got to keep up with the times. So we'll put you on there. Display. Yeah, we'll use the latest EGA. The operating system, you could be the latest one of those. That's good. And this is going to... Oh, I've forgotten my naming system now. No. What's my naming system? There you go. Right. So it should be an AJ, uppercase, HC 87-1. Yep, that's right. Okay. And price. Oh, pricing on this. Ooh. How's everyone else priced? They're reasonably cheap, aren't they? What's my discount strategy? I like to keep the same discount strategy for all my computers. And I'm not probably going to remember that, but there you go. So that's 65, 50, 25, 10, something like that. And what's the base price need to be? Let's say 4,000. How does that look in terms of profit? Or we can make a bit more than that, I think. 4250. Make you 30 and 20 perhaps. And I'm best in everything in home computers apart from capacity, and that's big. He has, as you can see, clearly gone very big indeed. Marketing, casuals will go big. Billboards are important. Radio's important. Features are important. Prestige and ease of use are important. Performance isn't. Capacity isn't. Okay. That looks good. So let's put this under test. 83 million to test this computer. That's extortionate.
Your new computer model went into the testing phase.
That's quite outrageous. That really is. Do you know what I haven't done so far?
Your building upgrade has completed.
Oh, we've learnt something new about marketing. I wonder which one that was. Was that the PC or the laptop? Let's get all my competitors out of this list. Don't want you. You and you. Okay. I don't know why that one's in there still. Okay, so it's going to be... Have we learnt something new about the marketing of the PC? Doesn't look like it particularly. What about the laptop? I'm not seeing any particular change there. Oh, maybe our quality. I think that's changed. Yeah, because that was important then. So, yeah, quality is going to be important. Is that our laptop? That was our laptop, wasn't it? Yes. Good. So we can address that in future marketing strategies. No, I was about to look at this. Dominancy. I've gone down to 93%. That's outrageous. Okay, nearly 94, but, you know, going up slowly again. But we're making money. Oh, still making loads of money. This is cool. How's our research? Anything new to do in research? Let's have a look at this. The Peltier cooler. Actually, let's have a bit. Yeah, actually, as soon as I mentioned it and I didn't sort of show you what was going on here with the plasma display. Where's display? That is data projection, isn't it? So yeah, so the EGA is here, the plasma is here, and we need that for the advanced LCD, which gives us loads of ease of use and it gives us loads of good stuff. But we need that for we don't need it, but the plasma is needed to get us into handheld computers. So yeah, so we needed that to get to the advanced LCD. But yeah, so the multi-sync monitor. Do we want to waste time on that when we could just go to VGA? Because this is a kind of a dead-end research here, isn't it? Okay, so we'll add VGA to the queue because we will want to do that at some point. And the other thing was this Peltier thing. Peltier cooler. Here it is. And we don't have an issue with heat or noise in our computers, and the Peltier is needed for that, which is an advanced cooling technology which doesn't appear to be needed by anything, to be honest. So it's kind of redundant. Ball bearings, that takes us into fluid bearings, which I think someone has, or at least one company has already researched. Where are we? Here. Have we not got the AT power standard yet? Goodness. Truth. Perhaps we ought to research that as well. We're going to need that for the lithium batteries for our handhelds, should we get that far. Okay, we'll add AT to the queue as well. So let's look what our research queue at the moment looks like. Actually, the magneto-resistive heads could be useful, because that, I think, gives us CD-ROM. Let's have a quick look at that. Where's that? That should be data storage, data management. That'll be here. Yeah. So magneto-resistive. Yep, that leads into CD-ROM. Ooh. Looks like someone's researched that already, somehow. And high density 1 GB disk drive. Oh yes. So I think magneto is something we need to have in our queue as well. We'll add that. The question is, where do we want to put it? That's always the thing here, is which will give us the best bang per buck. Let's put it like that for the moment. Now we might put that there before the Blitter Mega chip. Yep. Then we can perhaps move on to CD-ROM and other good stuff from there. But we'll do that in the next episode. Anyway, how's our home computer doing? Oh, that's ready to go. Okay. Let's market you then. In which case we need our factories back up to full capacity before I actually carry on. So India, we'll bring all our rich factories back as well. Q8, there's no factory there. Those are just lab sites. All other factories are ready to go. That's cool. And finally then, oh, let's get you running. Demand has gone up again. Oh, that is splendid. These guys are still fighting away.
Your building upgrade has completed.
I don't think we're going to see another bankruptcy today. No, they're earning obviously just about enough money from somewhere to stay in business. Oh, and demand has gone down again. Right. Let's we've got we can take these rich factories out. Take India, we can upgrade you to level 4. We'll take you out for the time being. And these rich factories. That's lovely. Keep you going. Right, so that's it. I think we will finish here. We are still very much in charge of the marketplace. Our share is continuing to increase. Our sales are going through the roof. And we are, by far and away, the most popular computer sales company. So, although I am currently losing a little bit of money every day overproducing, darn it, once again, I think we'll call this a halt to this one. And I will say thank you so much for joining me today for this episode of Computer Tycoon. If you've enjoyed this, it'd be great to hear from you. A little bit of a like.
Has completed.
Thank you. A little bit of a like would be lovely. Just click on the old thumbs up button. You know how that works. Even better, if you've got any thoughts about what I'm doing, how I could make more of a success of my company, Computers by Ajax, or if you've got anything to say about the game itself, then please do drop a note into the comments box below. That would be awesome. It's always good to hear from you, whatever you've got to say. And of course, if you've not already subscribed to the channel, you could do that now, and that way you'll know when I upload another one of these or any of my other Let's Play series. But from me, Ajaxpost, here in Computer Tycoon, until the next time, bye bye for now.